This morning, a new installment in our ongoing series, Mom, Dad, We Need to Talk. And Dr. Maya Angelou once wrote a poem on aging, and she said in part, when my bones are stiff and aching and my feet won't climb the stair, I will only ask one favor. Don't bring me no rocking chair.
Defiant.
I know. So how do we bring comfort to our loved ones as they grow older? It's a challenge of aging gracefully that many of us face, both parents and children. And so I recently sat down and talked to my beautiful, beloved 86-year-old mom about it. Sometimes, Mama, do you feel that we don't understand?
Oh, yes. Sometimes you feel that you're being smothered. You want to still be the parent, and yet you feel as if your children are making you the child.
My mom, 86 years young, and I sat down with author Missy Buchanan, who writes about faith and aging. Her two books, Living with Purpose in a Worn-Out Body and Talking with God in Old Age, deal with how best to navigate some of the tricky and often emotional issues older adults face.
You're not a child. You have an entire lifetime of experiences that a child does not have. It could be a shift in roles, and certainly the children may take on more responsibilities or tasks, but it's not a role reversal, and you will not be a child ever.
Hear that?
This is great. This is intervention for me as well.
We forget your body may be different and your body may be wearing out, but inside...
You're like 19.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Right.
I think sometimes we get so engrossed in our own pain and our own sense of loss that we forget that our youngsters or our young adults are aching also because they have seen us go from being extremely active to being sort of a passive person, and it's hard for them also.
My mom first read Missy's books during some time she spent in an assisted living residence. She was going through a difficult patch after my dad died, and Mom says Missy's books arrived right on time. One particular passage spoke to her.
Every day I wake up in pain. Even before I open my eyes, I hunker down, ready to do battle. You have seen the grimace on my face, God. You have heard my moans. Come near, comfort me. Don't let this searing pain rob me of joy. Have mercy on these brittle old bones.
I know that your pain is real, and sometimes you look at me like I don't realize that you are in, I know right now you're in pain. And I marvel at how you are able to, I marvel at that.
Oh, thank you.
And Mama can still play a mean piano. Let me ask you this, Mom, has this challenged your faith?
Oh no, it hasn't challenged my faith. In fact, I think my faith grows stronger when you're still, when you can be still. There is in that sense of stillness a realization that you're never alone, and that even though you're in the winter of your life, spring follows winter.
I tell older adults all the time, do not close your book until your story's finished. That you still have stories to tell. Don't close the book before it's over.
My mom ended our conversation with Missy by reading one of her favorite excerpts from one of Missy's books.
In my life, I've often thought you didn't care, Lord, but I was wrong. Now I'm standing on the far end of my life's timeline. From this vantage point, I can look across the span of time and see how you brought goodness out of difficult circumstances. Surely goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Surely.
And surely her faith is as strong as ever. And I gotta tell you, we get things that are sent to us. And Missy Buchanan sent me these books. It's about several years ago. So I sent them to my mom, and little did I know that my mom had struck up a conversation on the phone with Missy over the years. And so when my mom was up here recently, I'm like, let me hook them up. Let them meet each other and for them to come together. But I'm telling you, these books have really been so helpful.
She is so talented. I mean, she says this is Meditations and Psalms, and they really have echoes of the Old Testament Psalms. They have the same rhythm, the same beauty.
And oftentimes when we're talking, and I know you just recently lost your dad and your mom, and you've gone through what to do, and it's so important to have an ongoing dialogue and discussion, and that we hear from them, that we're not always the ones talking, that we actually listen to those that are going through it.
And there's so many universal themes. I hear your mom say on the inside, I feel like I'm 19. And I feel like I have to wrangle my mom sometimes because she does that. She'll jump up on a ladder and try to change a light bulb, and we'll have to remind her, Mom, you're not a teenager anymore.
But she looks
But I
great. When
think
your mom
she
was
is.
here, but when she
Yeah.
was here recently, your mom is so vibrant.
As is yours, and I think that's the message that we see in that piece, is that they feel like teenagers inside.
I did love hearing it from your mom because it touched me, because you hear it from other people, but when your mom says that she knows she doesn't want you to treat her like a child, she still wants to be the parent. That means a lot, hearing from her.
Yes.
You know?
So I'm going to sit up straight, Mom. Because I know she's watching, and we always do what our parents say. Love you, Mom.